Now, I just did an audio check, and I believe this particular... Actually, no, I shouldn't even say this particular game. I believe, in general, all of my games have been a little bit quiet. I kinda noticed that, but oh well. Anyways, one thing that you could have done instead of opening the one door, because I believe I do not understand why you will not be able to get away with this in the beginning of the game, is you can buy magic keys from this man. Now, remember that cellar? It's down here. Yes, and this is what is said. You must forgive me, I did not do this in my initial practice run. No, in my initial practice run I only went to where it was... I was supposed to go. And I hope I am not going through this too fast. I have to keep reminding myself, slow down. Slow down. Anyways, that is the Stone of Sunlight, and you need the this man to get out of the way. And I guess I am reincarnated according to this guy, I don't know, but I am a descendant of Erdrick. Going to go lay down and rest really means he's going to go and die. No, not really, but I mean, he is old. Anyways, we'll move out of here. And what I am going to do is take that stone, which I do not need. And I did not mean to do that. Oops. Stupid, stupid, silly me. No, I meant to go and deposit the Stone of Sunlight with this woman. Deposit items, magic key, torch, Stone of Sunlight. For a very brief moment, I didn't realize I was hitting the button too fast. Damn it. I am using a PlayStation 3 controller and not the NES-inspired SNES controller that kind of goes with this particular console, because all my SNES-inspired controllers are not working. I think I mentioned this before, but I will mention it again. My original controller is just dead, but I mean, that's probably just due to it being damaged in the move. I bought a 2-pack bundle of controllers. I didn't pay that much for them, in all honesty. And I don't remember if I did this in my Castlevania playthrough, as in the video I uploaded for Castlevania, but I remember trying to throw the special weapon, and I didn't know what was going on. Never dawned on me that there was a problem with that particular button. But I started playing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. And there's a point in the game where you need to use the right shoulder button. No, sorry, yes, never mind. The right shoulder button. And it wasn't working. Yeah, I'll hear your song. And so I went and I used my other controller, and that particular button on the other controller wasn't working either. That's just an in, I don't need it. So I'm going, damn it, I need to get another thing of controllers, but I went and I configured the controllers for both of them. I believe this person sells nothing that I need. Yeah, honestly, I should have came here before, but I didn't. I completely skipped this town. Oops, sorry. My bad. Anyways, I was visiting family in my hometown and discovered that I could use a PlayStation 3 controller for this particular retro console, and I'm going, great. Because I have one, it just means I'm going to need to sort of switch in and out my PlayStation 3 controller whenever I use either this console, which I use a lot more often, excuse me, or my PlayStation 3. So I went and I configured the controller, and it was a little finicky at first because it wasn't right away inputting the sort of that screen. And it also wasn't letting me exit out of the game whenever I would press the two buttons that you use to exit out of the game. Eventually it started working. I think this is a matter of time. A sort of, you have to give it a while to warm up. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it even makes sense. That's just the sort of issue I was first having with it. The second issue I was having with it is my shoulder buttons are switched. So that was very confusing. The left shoulder button activates the right shoulder button in the game and vice versa. And when I went to sort of configure the controller backwards, once you know it was still doing the same damn thing. I think that's just a glitch that I'm going to have to deal with. And it's a glitch that is eventually going to become a major pain in the butt, because there are certain games I fully intend on doing where certain moves and the like require quick input of certain buttons, and one of them being the left and right shoulder buttons. So I can see me screwing up that, especially at first, because, you know, you're used to, you know, RL being R and L, not vice versa. But alas, I will get used to it. I am slowly getting used to it. And I will be doing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for my channel. I just don't know when, because I think instead of doing the GBA version, I am going to save up and get myself the 3DS version, which also has a secondary Bowser's minions, I believe, for lack of a better term, DLC. So I'll be doing that instead, and the game I will be doing next for when I finish this JRPG and hopefully finish Illusion of Gaia is probably going to be either Sailor Moon, another story, or by the way, you don't need to open this door because this woman is kind of funny. Or Destiny of an Emperor, which I am actually playing right now. I am more tempted to do Destiny of an Emperor despite it. Well, both games are going to be an editing nightmare in regards to editing out random battles, but alas, well, you know, that's something I'm going to have to get used to. But Destiny of an Emperor is going to really be, not really an editing nightmare, but the battles are long. Even the short battles are long. So you know what? I got enough money. I don't need to sell that, but anyways, the battles are going to be long, so what is going to be what I will probably likely think a very long video is going to be probably close to half that with all the editing out of the battles that I need to do. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. And I just did this dungeon, I want you to know it, I'm having a brain fart. I don't know where it is I am supposed to go. I believe I am supposed to find a harp here. I feel a burp coming on, why? Never mind, it ain't coming. Damn it. Oh, no, it did. That was kind of pathetic. But anyways, I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, Destiny of an Emperor. There is going to be a lot of stuff being edited out of the video, no matter how many random battles I do, and I mean I'll obviously leave the new enemy random battles in, though I don't really see the point of it. And of course the boss battles, which in this game, so far as I'm playing, are generals. And I am I honestly don't know how far I am in the game. I'm definitely not at the halfway point. I am at the end of the beginning. That is what I will say. I am pretty sure I am at the end of the beginning. And here's the reason why I want to do this particular game. It's Nintendo. I don't mean Nintendo like Nintendo console. I mean it's Nintendo Entertainment System. 8-bit. And for some reason, I feel like I should be doing an 8-bit something for this channel instead of focusing on 16-bit and above. Bear in mind, I am a 16-bit baby. I didn't own Nintendo growing up. I owned a Game Boy. And my dad was a computer salesman as well as a paramedic. That didn't really work out for him, unfortunately. But anyways, I grew up with a lot of PC games. And I grew up with a Game Boy, and then sometime when I was about I want to say 10, but I might have been 9. I got a Sega Genesis. And I was a big fan of the Sega Genesis. And well, you gotta bear in mind that back during that era of my life, the Sega Genesis had more of the games that I would have wanted when compared to the Super Nintendo, because, well, maybe if I got into JRPGs with the Super Nintendo, I would have liked them. During that period of my life, I just really had no interest with them, and that was due to my experience with Final Fantasy, the original Final Fantasy for the 8-bit Nintendo, and me just not understanding the game. It was no fault of the game itself, it was my fault entirely. I just didn't understand the game. First off, I didn't understand what a random battle was, so, you know, going around, you're told to go to this cave to rescue the princess while I'm trying to get to the cave and I'm being attacked by goblins. Well, I thought maybe there was some hidden specific path that I was supposed to do. I'm also playing this at a friend's house, and it never dawned on me to read the instruction manual. Also, whenever I bought any armor and weapons, it never occurred to me to equip the armor and weapons, so the only thing that I could make out was get a party of black mages, grind for spells, stay at the end for healing, and hope to work my way up there, but obviously your magic is limited. So that didn't really work out quite as planned. Anyways, I got over my initial disgust of JRPGs. Ironically, was 8. My sister I owned the N64, my sister owned the PlayStation. The only reason she even wanted the PlayStation was for a Star Wars game. Hey, don't ask. But anyways, for some reason she went to Final Fantasy VIII because she said that I said that Final Fantasy is a great game, and I'm kind of going, did I really? Because I don't remember this, but okay, anyways, we pop into the first disc of Final Fantasy VIII, and we both just absolutely adore it. And yes, I know, it's 8, not 7, it's the bastard child 8. But I still like 8, okay? I do. And I know it's probably because it was my first JRPG, and for most people that was 7. I will admit that I can like 7, but despite 7 being the superior game over 8, and it is, 7 is most definitely the superior game over 8. I like 8 more because I would rather deal with a really cheesy love story slash coming of age story than any kind of environmental story. I have always hated the whole saves the planet from the big bad polluter bullshit. I hated Captain Planet, but let's be honest, everybody hated Captain Planet. I hated Fern Gully. I still to this day hate Avatar, but that is just, that's got nothing to do with the whole saves the planet from the evil corporation bullshit. Avatar is just a bad movie. But anything with the whole, even a hint, because let's be honest, this is 7. The whole saves the planet from the big bad corporation in 7 is really just a hint of the game. And I still, despite that, do not just cringe every time I play it, and every time it comes up. It's just, it makes me cringe. And that is why, despite me fully admitting that 7 is the superior game over 8, I just really like 8 better because I can appreciate a cheesy love story, okay? I really can. I can appreciate a really, no matter how bad it is, cheesy love story. I know I am in the middle, excuse me, of a dungeon, but I am going to end this game here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and bye.